Oh, crap. Well, to be honest, it's my mom's food. So my mother makes me food on Sundays and it lasts all week. But I like ribeye and pizza. Well, I'm going to go right off of that sketch and I'm going to say fall is my favorite. I love the colors, the color changes. I love the crunch of the leaves. And I love the cool breeze when you're by the lake. So I have to say fall, sorry. I have a variety of things that I do to relax. I have this favorite purple recliner that I lay in, and I listen to either classical or acoustic guitar music. I do Sudoku, I do puzzles, I go shopping, I clean. I know a lot of people don't think that's relaxing, but for me it is. I do a variety of things. I'm on a dart league twice a week, so I go shoot some darts, and that gets out a lot of anxiety when you're shooting at a dartboard. Dr. Wayne Dyer, which is no longer, he's passed away. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And I find a lot of meaning in that. What happens is, especially in therapy, is when somebody's stressed out or a lot of anxiety, they can't think of a lot of options for their problems. So I'm usually the one that thinks of all the things outside the box that they don't see. So if you change the way you look at something and you look at it in a more positive light, you can find more variety of options to help you solve your issue. Oh, wow. So I don't consider it a job. I don't consider it a career. I actually love to do it because the best thing that I find is when a client starts to bloom and finds that connection within themselves, that they go from feeling either depressed or anxiety ridden and they start feeling good about themselves. That transition that that client goes through is what I find so interesting and appealing about what I do. One of two things. I would either be a magician. It is a thing that I do.
Okay.
I've been on stage 3 times. So I've actually seen how the trick is performed. And I think it kind of goes along with therapy is you see the transformation of the people in the audience, their eyes light up like, "Oh my gosh, how did he do that? How did she do that?" That's what that's what fuels my fire to do what I do. So magician would be the first. The second one, I would probably be a philosopher because I really like to talk about deep subjects, thoughts, and emotions. And there is no right or wrong answer. It's just is what it is. Well, being nervous is typical and it's okay to have those feelings. What I feel therapy is a discussion between two people, and the therapist is usually objective and they don't know that client right off the bat. So it's okay to be nervous and it's okay to come to therapy and talk about your issues because the therapist will help you see the different varieties of options that you can have for a solution for your problem. It's very important. You have to build rapport and trust. If the client doesn't have trust in the therapist, they're not going to be honest. And if they're not going to be honest, they're not going to be open about their issues and they're not going to be open to changing what they need to change in order to feel better. So that relationship is huge. It's very important. So the therapist needs to build a very safe, non judgmental zone for that client to be able to open up. So I approach everybody differently. I look at the mind, the body, and the spirit. So it's not always just about what's happening up here in the mind, but are you eating healthy? How's your sleeping patterns? What's the relationship involved? Do you have a partner or the relationship with parents or family members? It's not just about the one issue, it's the totality of the person. And when it's the totality of the person, then each form of therapy, which each client varies based upon where they are in their reality. Hi, my name's Maria Mangiardi, and I have an LCPC degree, and I've been with NPS for almost 4 years now in March. And I work with a variety of adults and a variety of different mental health diagnoses. I don't have a specialty because I believe that it's the individual that I'm working with and not the diagnosis of the individual that makes a difference.